Okay, so I ain't heard nobody really speak on this yet because, your boy NBA, been chilling with big dog Snoop, big Snoop, shout out to Snoop, right? And look like he just been, posted around him and, getting ready to drop his album, and hopefully Snoop on one of his songs on his album, because that would be dope. But it's something deeper than that, because a lot of people been asking me like why he kicking it with Snoop and why he ain't at home or whoop-de-whoop this and that, and it's a lot of questions going up. And they like, well, we see Ben 10 and Michi Baby 03 and like everybody out there in LA. Like, why is everybody in LA? The only person that's really in Baton Rouge still is like Baby Joe. So they like, why everybody in LA? And I'm just like, it should be so easy to everybody. Like, y'all gotta understand, this man NBA was just living in Houston, right? He done moved twice in Houston already, and people broke in his first house twice. And they as soon as he moved into another house, they found this drop. They got the location. They was already seeing him and getting his location when he moved into his new house in Houston, and then his old house got broken in. So like, anybody with a smart mind, what you gonna do? I'm gonna find different real estate. So what I'm gonna do, go down, and where's one of the best place for him necessary to live? He got a bag, he got money. He can go stay in Calabasas. He can go stay in Hollywood. He can go stay in LA, and might feel a little bit safer at the end of the day, because that's what it's looking like. He making a lot of ties, and it looked like he about to move to like LA route, because you see him with Snoop Dogg. You feel me? People be like, oh, you don't gotta tap in. You gotta tap in. And I think he learned his lesson from moving just to Houston and did not tapping in with Jay Prince. Straight up. Like, come on, let's be honest. You moved to Houston, you didn't tap in with Jay Prince, and look what happened. I'm pretty sure, I'm not saying necessarily that if he tapped in with Jay Prince, he just, would have been like, it would have been a breeze, and he would have just, been able to just do what he want. But I'm saying, where you moving places and you just going, and you from a place and you got a large, fan, especially when you're a rapper, because especially a gangster rapper or a street rapper, whatever you want to call it, or somebody who love to talk about the streets and the struggle, it's like people gonna want to try you no matter what. And you got beef with a lot of dudes. And I think he figured out like, man, I got beef with like half of Houston, and I'm not even from out there. You feel me? I don't want to go back to BR. I might get in trouble. You feel me? Or you potential, NBA can't go too many places. He need to be safe, man. People breaking in his houses. They trying to kill him. Like, I'm pretty sure he like, man, well, he even said like some of the best times he had was in LA, and LA is a fun place to live. It's nice, beautiful weather. You got you got to think about it too. If you're on the mainstream level, all your rappers and all the famous rappers live in that, in majority live in that place. If you got real money, you live in LA. Who don't want to live in LA? Let's be honest. Like, if you got some real money, and like, I'm talking about, I'm not even gonna sit here and try to name all the rappers, female rappers and male rappers that live in LA. Just think about, at the end of the day, if you going on a press run to go do some meet and greets or anything, you want to be in LA. That's where most of his fans at. I'm not saying all, but he gonna have a huge fan base in LA, because that they can relate to what he's saying, and he don't got to worry about a lot of problems because he's not from there. People probably gonna show him more love in LA than they would show him in Baton Rouge. And it's like, man, you keep seeing that in Houston, it's not for you. And you done disrespected this man, Jay Prince, who really, come on now, kind of, he's a strong figure in Houston, and a lot of people respect him, and he got a lot of pull in Houston. And you can't just be talking, So at the end of the day, I told y'all in my last video, the best thing for this dude to do is relocate, move. It don't, like, you already moved out your city. What you got to lose is you don't got to prove nothing to them people in Houston, because at the end of the day, you're not from there. You get hurt, and you got too much to lose. And I feel like he going out there trying to make his little ties, using his brain this time. Like, let me check in with a couple of OGs to tell me where I need to go with, how I need to move out here, what's different, because LA, the West Coast, ain't nothing to play with. So at the end of the day, he gonna have to be even more on his toes. Because people try people out there. People going to want to test you. And look, rest in peace to Pop Smoke.